Have a great day. Welcome again to Fun with Maths. So here's another explanation of problem. 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m is equal to square root of 6 to the power of m minus 9 to the power of m. Solve for m. Now, to solve for this, here's the solution. Let's write it down. Now, for this, we are going to remove the square root by putting a squared both sides. So this is 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m whole to the power of 2 equals, this will be cancelled, the squared and the radical. So that is 6 to the power of m minus 9 to the power of m. Next is we are going to expand 6 and 9 by taking the factors. So that is 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m whole to the power of 2 is equal to 6, that is 2 times 3 whole to the power of m minus 9, that is 3 times 3 whole to the power of m. The next is, let's separate the base and the power. So that is 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m whole to the power of 2 equals 2 to the power of m times 3 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m times 3 to the power of m. Now next is, let's identify the common here. So the common here is 3 to the power of m. So since it's 3 to the power of m, now let's factor. So that is 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m whole to the power of 2 equals 3 to the power of m as our common times this one, if we divide 2 to the power of m times k to the power of m divided by 3 to the power of m, we're left with 2 to the power of m because it will be cancelled. Next, minus 3 to the power of m times 3 to the power of m divided by 3 to the power of m. The 2 will be cancelled, and the remaining is 3 to the power of n. And then, this side, we are going to take this to the other side, so it will be equal to 0 on the right side. So that is 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m whole to the power of 2, or can be read as squared, minus 3 to the power of m times 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m equals 0. Now next is, we can identify the common. As you can see, the common is 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m. And then let's factor. 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m times, here, if we divide 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m whole to the power of 2 divided by 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m, that 2 will be cancelled, and there is remaining 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m, since this is a square. Minus, here, 3 to the power of m times 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m divided by 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m. This would be cancelled, and the remaining is 3 to the power of m equals 0. And so for this, we can have two equations. First equation is 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m is equal to 0. So this is the first equation. Second equation is 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m is equal to 0. But this second equation, we can simplify, and that is 2 to the power of m minus 2 times 3 to the power of m equals 0. Since this is a 2, 3 to the power of m. That's why times 2. And now to continue, we have here the two equations, but let's solve first the first equation. 2 to the power of m minus 3 to the power of m is equal to 0. Now for this, we can take 3 to the power of m to the other side. And that is 2 to the power of m equals 3 to the power of m, from negative to positive. Then let's divide by b highest. So since the highest is 3 to the power of m, we need to divide both sides by 3 to the power of m. Here we can write it as 2 over 3 whole to the power of m, since they have the same power, equals 3 to the power of m divided by 3 to the power of m. This is equal to 1. And for this, if you observe, they have different bases. For 1, we can write it as 2 over 3 to the power of 0. According to the rule, any number to the power of 0 is always equal to 1. So for this, that is 2 over 3 whole to the power of m is equal to 2 over 3 whole to the power of 0. Now they have the same basis. That means we can equate the power, and that is m is equal to 0. So this is the first value of m, equals 0. You can write it as m sub 1. Next, for the second equation, we have 2 to the power of m minus 2 times 3 to the power of m is equal to 0. For this, we can divide both sides by the radius, which is 3 to the power of m. This will be cancelled. So we have 2 to the power of m over 3 to the power of m minus 2 equals 0. Now for this, we can write it as 2 over 3 whole to the power of m minus 2 equals 0. And then let's take 2 to the other side. So that is 2 over 3 whole to the power of m is equal to 2. Now for this, since it is impossible to have the same bases, now let's put a natural log. For this one, we are going to convert it into a log. So this is m is equal to log base 2 over 3 of 2. Therefore, the value of m is equal to log base 2 over 3 of 2. And this is the answer for the second equation. M is equal to log base 2 over 3 of 2. And that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. And for more videos, subscribe to Fun with Maths.